A Malaysian court has rejected former Prime Minister Najib Razak's bid to serve the remainder of his corruption sentence under house arrest. The High Court ruling that there was insufficient legal basis to enforce a purported royal order issued by the country's former king, finding that it was not established in accordance with constitutional requirements. Here's CNA's Melissa Goh once again with details on that court ruling.
Now, to the disappointment of many supporters of former Prime Minister Najib Razak, who gathered here at the Jalan Duta Court complex since early morning, High Court Judge Alice Luke firmly held that although it's the prerogative of the king to pardon, to grant respite under Article 42 of the Federal Constitution, that power is not absolute. In other words, His Majesty cannot decide independently. The Pardons Board must first tender its advice. And given that the addendum order issued by the previous king, Sultan Abdullah of Pahang, to put Najib under house arrest wasn't recorded or reflected in the minutes of the meeting when the Pardons Board sat in January last year, Justice Alice ruled that it wasn't valid, and therefore the police do not need to obey that order and send Najib home to serve the remainder of the jail sentence under house arrest. Mr. Najib, who's been in prison since August 2022, is to stay in prison to serve out the remainder of his jail sentence till August 2028, unless there's a full pardon from the current king. Now, the previous king, Sultan Abdullah, halved his sentence from 12 to 6 years and reduced his fine from 210 million ringgit, that's about $51 million to $12 million before his tenure ends. Now, his lawyer said they will appeal against the High Court's decision.
Today's decision has taken away the fullest prerogative of mercy of not only the young Deputy Tuan Agong, but the Malay rulers and governors. This decision has taken away that wide latitude given to the young Deputy Tuan Agong and the Malay rulers.
Now, 72-year-old Najib Razak's legal woe is not over. On December 26, the High Court will deliver its verdict on another 1MDB-related case involving a much bigger amount of 2.2 billion ringgit. Now, he's facing 21 counts of money laundering and 4 counts of abuse of power. Now, if convicted, he could face another 10 to 20 years in prison, dashing any hope of him making a political comeback. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.